Told you eastbound and down, keep on trucking. Ooh, 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 ooh. They're waiting in Atlanta and they're scared in Texarkana. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. La da do do do. La da do 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 do. It's kind of humid today. The humidity is up. And now you're eastbound and down, keep on trucking. We got another mile to go today. We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Rolling on the way. Well, they're worried in Atlanta. They're scared in Texarkana. Hello, Ronnie. How are you? It's so fun to see you. I tell you, East and Ben. Hey, Cindy. How you doing, Paul? Yeah, you were here the other night, Paul. That's right. I hope you're doing okay. Glad to see you back in. Hi, Linda. How are you? Happy Sunday, everybody. Just hanging out a bit. I was doing a little cleaning. I figured, better to keep up with it than to get into these situations where it's all out of control. So I put a little time in today to just kind of clean up a little bit and get things organized a little bit. So I feel pretty good about that. Hi, Shimei. Coffee time. It is a little humid today, but we'll see if the afternoon breeze comes in. Happy Sunday, June 2nd, 2024. As we move towards my birthday and the penultimate longest day of the year, June 21st. How you doing, Naomi? Good to see you. So I don't got anything really planned for tonight. It was fun to cook out last night. The rice turned out excellently, the fried rice. I really enjoy having stuff made that I can enjoy during the week. That's a real bonus for me. Because you guys have seen, I haven't been wasting a lot of money. I haven't been eating out a lot. Please tap the like button if you're coming in. I'm really liking this wine sap red color on these vehicles. How you doing? Hey, Alan, how are you? All right, of course we have a reserved spot here. Da da dee, da 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 do, do 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 do. Bum ba dum. I'm doing great. It's been a good day today. Allergies are finally just slightly easing up. So please tap the like button if you're coming in. It is very appreciated. We have a simple night tonight. Glad to see you. Hello, Barry. How are you? If I missed anybody else, looks like I got everybody. Alex Wallace. How are ya? Always good to see you, Alex. Alex always tells it like it is. So they say it's going to get a little crispy, huh? All right, what are we in a parade? What are we doing? We have a ghetto mobile here. All right. We're bad. We're bad. We're bad. We're badass. A little too crispy. I don't know. I'm kind of partial to hot weather myself. All right, dude, are we going to go? Here we go. Thank you. Nobody ever gives anybody a break around here. It's all about me. Always. You can be pulling out and people are accelerating to try to hit you. Sweat your sack off, man. I kind of like it when the heat is on. It really turns people into savages on the streets. Especially you get in that nice asphalt and those chain link fences. And everybody just wants to lash out. People's tolerance in heat goes way down. Do Atlanta. They're here in Texarkana. Do. Yeah, please subscribe if you're not subscribed. We're going to be starting a pretty active month here. I sense that maybe the allergies are just starting to really roll off. I've had a pretty good day. I'm just on 2 pills in the morning and 1 at night. That's a big load of medicine. I shouldn't really take that, but otherwise it would just be, I would be psychotic by now. But that'll allow us to get some more outside activities, which will be good. I haven't metal detected in a long time. And school is out. I think this is the last week of school. Does anybody do anything exciting today? I had a very quiet day. I enjoyed my Sunday immensely, cleaning up just a little bit. I think my goal now is to just try to keep up with stuff. Weed eating. Yeah, the good thing about here is it gets so dry. I probably won't have to cut the back again this year. But knock on wood, all the hard work is paying off. The watering system seems to be functioning well. Coming on real good. I have some work to do tomorrow. I have the hog wire came in. It's really heavy gauge, 12 gauge. I'm going to have to get the gloves and the lineman's dikes out to work that stuff. But I think tomorrow I should be able to get all the tomatoes caged up. I want to do some improvements on the watering system too. So that'll be a video. I'll be doing that tomorrow as I go along. We got all of our T-posts. We got 30 T-posts. And, you know, they weren't cheap, but it's an investment in the future. It's not like they're going to go bad. So, right. Yeah, thank you, Alan. It's you know, sooner or later we'll develop some kind of break this summer, but we'll deal with it. At least we won't have a runaway pump that'll run for 36 hours and run up an enormous electric bill and waste a lot of well water. So it's like a double header of disaster when that happens. So, you know, it's getting to the point I'm always recognizing the same people now when I come up here. I'm getting pretty good at doing a mirror park job here. Let's tap, tap, tap. Tap, there we go. Don't block the sidewalk. All right, I think the breeze might be starting up. All right, let's let the van air out. I didn't have the windows open today, so let's say hi to everybody. How's everybody doing? I'm on patrol today. Yeah, use angle and metal disc to cut that stuff. I have good heavy dikes. It's no big deal. Hey Noreen, how are you doing? Theoretically, I shouldn't have to make many cuts on it. I just work it through and get that set up. Duncan, what's going on? I'm cool, man. I'm like on patrol here. You walk into the 7-Eleven and everybody kind of steps back a little bit, like, all right, the heat is on in the hood. Yeah, Magda's okay. She came in a little bit later last night. Hey, Cindy, she came in a little bit later last night, and she was good to go. I don't know what happened. I could see no evidence that she was blocked on the chat, so I did straighten that out, and then she came back under her regular account name. We had a good time last night. So, like I said, yeah, I got up today. I just did some work I took a look at the wire that came in for the job, and just thinking a little bit about how I do that. I don't know where Bird is out and about somewhere today, but the rice turned out really good last night. One of those days, when they come there, yeah, you're always welcome to. You know, come on up, we'll have lunch. Right now you got the corral fire up there near Tracy, so a lot of 580 is closed off up there because of the fire. It's like, I don't know, it's 11,000 acres or something so far. I don't know if you saw that yet. We got the boss and Janet coming up on Tuesday. No spaghetti, settled for taco soup. All right, doctor. That doesn't sound too bad. Oh, the breeze is just coming in. Loving it. I don't do a live stream for them, Noreen. I do recorded content. If I do a live stream, it'll be very limited in number of people that actually see it. If I do it as a recorded video, then a lot of people will see it over the week. So I'm moving a lot more towards video content coming up over the next month or so. So you know, now that the Rancho is caught up. Oh, by Tracy. Yeah, I mainly record if I'm going to meet somebody. Like I went to Oakdale, I met Naomi and Alan, and yeah, we could have live streamed from there, but actually having the recorded content, number one, it gives me great quality, because sometimes I don't even know when I go live what the quality is going to be like. I mean, Ronnie does a good job of you know, telling me basically the signal's fair or whatever and give me a chance to fix it. I mean, the good news, Ronnie, is, I mean, when we go live in Vegas, we're like aces, man. That signal's like super strong down there. So a lot of people enjoy one. If hey Magda, how you doing? So a lot of people enjoy it. The better the quality of the video that you can live stream, the more people enjoy it. So when I'm doing something important, I want to record it because I know I'm going to get at least 1080, if not 4K quality, which is good. Because I have to start pushing back a little bit for recorded content. I want to do some metal detecting. We got to get in there and get the shop cleaned up. Will be the next thing. We'll probably be doing that on Wednesday. But Tuesday, Bobby's going to come over about 11:30, and then the boss and Janet are going to come up, and I'm going to figure out where we're going to go. Yeah, metal detecting. I want to do that. I want to do a good 3-hour metal detecting session. Some of the places I've walked, and I've always said to myself, oh, that'd be a good place to metal detect. I'm going to try doing that. You know, so Jewish jelly for pastrami sandwiches. Oh, man. Yeah, I might take them up to Max Deli, but even better, I think I've taken them to the Sam's 4-Play Cafe. I don't know if I've ever taken them up to Max Deli. I'd like to take them there. Hey, Lisa V, how are you, sweetie? Don't go under the nastier things. It might get something bad. Plus, you might fall on that hill. No kidding. Yeah, I don't think I would, you know, number one, I don't want to get my equipment. How you doing, Snow Bunny? I don't want to get my equipment stolen down there. You know, when I slide down that hill, it's kind of like I look to my right. I don't know who's going to be there. And sometimes I've detected under some bridges and had a little bit of a tough go because, ooh, all of a sudden we have company. And then you saw what happened in the tunnels, right here. Need to get a shirt like this. Yeah, what's up? Yeah. Yeah. I'm a symbol of authority today. So it's funny, G, when I walk into the stores in the hoods, people kind of back away a little bit, you know, like they sort of put their head down. Like they think I'm checking for warrants or something in the hood. They're on their phone calling Cousin Manny. How you doing, Lisbeth? Nice to see you from Southern Oregon. How near are you to Grants Pass? Hey, Cindy, how are you? And Lisa B, what was your dissertation in? What subject are you in, by the way? I mean, I asked that the other night. I don't think I had an answer. So I'm curious to see what that's in. I'm in Santa Rosa, California. About a half hour away. Yeah, that's beautiful country in there. That's really pretty country. Roseburg up near that way. Yeah, I know Roseburg because all of the lumber comes out of there. Roseburg, Oregon. That's a big lumber place. So how far from Medford are you? Hey, TLF. But I am in mountains and hang there as much as possible. But I am in mountains and hang there as much as possible. Yeah. Baby boomers and the way we're raised and it's. I mean, is it in sociology or psychology or something like that? I guess that's what I was driving at. Is what is your? I don't know if you're going for a master's or a doctorate. I don't know. I know Magda would like to write a doctorate on revolutionary theories under fire. Right? Do they stand the test? Celebrate the proletariat. Ooh, lots of crime. Wow, okay, because I know Amy's Kitchen opened an operation up there. Well, it might be looking for a master's of family therapy or something, MFT. Hey, how you doing, Vinny? I'd like to have some therapy. I'd just like to crack some kids in the head and some parents too. That's what I'd like to do. The old saying, Gigo, garbage in and garbage out. You get what you get. I'll have to break out my shorts. I look too official today, isn't it? I went into 7-Eleven, Cindy, and people were kind of backing away. Guy's mumbling on his phone like, Frankie, don't come down to the 7-Eleven now. The heat's on here, brother. I don't know. It's just this guy's got his shirt on with it looks like a sheriff's office or something. And I'm looking at the guy like, watch your ass, brother. Why do I need a clip-on mic? Border control. I'm just enjoying the breezes coming in. The afternoon breezes of delight. Yeah, it's almost staying light till 9 o'clock at night now, which is pretty cool. And last night was a lot of fun. To complete the ensemble, yeah. Borders, since this is... the students also discuss how there should be, since this is Turtle Island anyway, the U.S. belongs to Native Americans. I don't know, I think the Aleutians were here first. Yeah. I know when and I saw what you did. Yeah, I just kind of look at them. We could look at the whole world that way, Magda, I mean, William the Conqueror in England, I guess we could say, it's England is French and, take it from there, right? The Vandals coming down into Germany and the Visigoths, I guess we should turn it over to the barbarians again. I mean, we can't go back in time. We have to live and function in the real world, right? I mean, I wish I was at the time of Leave It to Beaver, right? Gee, Mrs. Landers, I don't have my homework on account of Wally said he was going to help me. Yeah, I got the new car virus a little bit, but then I go soak my head in a bucket of ice and it passes. Please tap the like button. No, but if someone wants to come, let them come. We can't have people come because the wrong people want to come. We have to have border controls. There's a lot of people that want to take down this nation, and we have a right to know who's in our own country. I'm all for immigration, but get in line like everybody else that's in line and wait your turn. You'll have a much better go for the future if you do that. No lightning bugs. My tablet needed to charge. What's up, Brad? I just think the very country is going to. We need to help those countries out. Their governments have to help them out by stopping the corruption. That's the first thing they got to do. Like the Ortega and Nicaragua and these 10-penny dictators. Clean up your own house first. Yeah, the criminals will find a way, and all of a sudden, you look down the border, and the border patrols are arresting Chinese people coming over the border. I mean, what the hell, So I think every nation has a right to control its borders and have a sane immigration policy. I ate so much cream cheese lately, forbidden. Vinny. That fresh biscuits and bacon that I have to eat if I gotta run a weed eater. That's it. The smuggling of fentanyl is the worst. And the worst is, Cindy, it's fake fent. So you know what happens? People take a regular hood dose of fent and they die. Right? They're getting that crap imported from Mexico. And they're dying. So, population control works in a lot of different ways, right? It's very Darwinian. Good evening, Amanda. Right? Yeah, we was just going to have a good Friday night, and then Frankie just keeled over. I've seen and heard those other trafficking kids. Trafficking is big time. Two years ago, I didn't even know what the hell trafficking was. Now I know 100% what trafficking is. And I saw that through that goofball that's locked up in Romania. I don't remember his name. In a lot of ways, trafficking is just taking advantage of young people and their dreams and things. And, it's disgusting. It's horrible. It's horrible. That's, that freak Jeffrey Epstein and that sidekick of his, Maxine Jizzbag, or whatever her name is. It's terrible. Wherever there's money and power, perceptions of power, you're going to have corruption. That's just part of the human condition, right? It takes a strong person to rise above that and be decent. And unfortunately, Hollywood's not a lot of it. There is a lot of evil in the world, Brian. There's a tremendous amount of evil. A lot of people, a lot of women are pulling back from social media, sites, right? Because they're just meeting creepers that just want to have sex. They don't have any interest in the woman. A relationship takes time to establish, and basically you're saying, you know what? If you can't come across with the goods, then you're not worth it. Right? And then the women that give in to that, shame on them. They do nothing to uphold the dignity of other women. Right? That's why when I'm in Vegas and I see that guy, the sinner and the saints down there, and I'm walking by and looking at his studio at the side of the Elysian building there, and I don't know, you just build a career on misogyny and using wealth and power as a tool. Yeah, stay home, lock your doors. Yeah. Right. So it takes a very strong person to resist that trap, and that's why a lot of women are disappointed with a lot of these sites, and some measure of guys are too. I mean, the best place to meet people is usually going to be in real life in your travels, and then the people. Let's see. I made a chicken veggie soup today that was pretty good. That's good. That's good. So trafficking is very disturbing to me, and the fact that Jeffrey Epstein had an island offshore tells me he set that up for one reason and one reason only, because he thought ultimately he would be beyond the reach of the law. Therefore, he even intensified his evil behavior in that, right? It was worse. Meet people when doing a job, then you'll be interested. Yeah, but you're interested in the same things also. You'll get to know the person. You'll see the person under stress. You'll see the person in the good times, the bad times. We just don't do too much to uphold dignity these days of people. And I think Hollywood really feeds on that. Millionaire and billionaire creeps. Warren Buffett's like the second richest guy in the world or something like that. He doesn't even leave Omaha, but I'm just talking, he's a different generation, I'm just saying that, ethics have disappeared in the nation, so people do wrong these days. They don't even know it's wrong anymore. What's up, Tio? We don't have enough energy to cook because I was under the weather. Well, I'm glad you got some energy to cook today. Yeah. So I worry about a lot of that stuff. I worry about, who was the guy that went to Romania and got caught over there? Now he's facing justice in Romania. He was accused of trafficking, taking advantage of, I'll get you on social media, Andrew Tate. Yeah, I'll get you on social media, and yeah, no problem. Come on over, hang out. I suspect, sadly, that quite a bit of that goes on YouTube too. That's why you got to keep your head under control. You get an idea about yourself that's just totally insane in the scope of the world, and you want to start leveraging that for abuse. Well, let your daughters beware. Do you think we'll fight with nukes? I think it'll be. I really don't think we'll have a nuclear confrontation. I really don't believe there'll be a World War III. In other words, the stakes are so high now that there's no conceivable path to victory. But that doesn't mean that we don't spend ourselves into oblivion preparing for it, A nuclear war, there will be no winners in it at all. So, right? So we do these proxy wars. We fight through other nations and things like that. Ultimately, will there be a war? Yeah, but I'm not quite sure it'll be. I'm not so sure it'll be nuclear. I don't know. I mean, there's a point of desperation. It can always be, but when we have this country of Ukraine sucking on our tit, we got Israel sucking on another tit. I mean, it's a tough time. You go down to Tijuana, and I don't know if any of you guys Tijuana, and I don't know. I've been on the other side of the border fence there in Tijuana, right up against the fence there, right up against Friendship Park. That fence goes out about 100 feet into the water, and that's the end of the fence. So guess what happens at nighttime? These people make homemade blow-up rafts, and they just float out and float and land in Imperial Beach. Right? I mean, if you want to get into America, you're going to get into America. But it does not mean that you should not control your borders, because you'll knock out 95% of the problem. People that want the easy entry and don't have money to have a coyote take them get them across the border. How you doing, Anne Marie? So yeah, please tap the like button if you're if you're enjoying the conversation today. We need to definitely we do have a right to secure our borders. There's just no denying that reality. I mean, go over to Switzerland and tell them to leave their borders unguarded, or Germany or France and Russia, China. China, you'll get the butt of a rifle in your head. You'll be in a camp for 10 years. You'll be making wooden chopsticks by hand. And I can guarantee you one thing, you ain't gonna like the food. It'll make the maize prison diet look good. It's not about no one is going. You can't eliminate incentives because you can't guarantee incorrupt governments. That's the problem. You think it's nuclear? You know what? No, I don't think so. And what are they going to do with it anyway? Use it? I mean, how many times has North Korea fired off a nuclear weapon? And if they did, nobody would be more pissed than the Chinese. People have to drive. Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm talking about. It's a great time down on the beach there in Tijuana. The restaurant's right overlooking the water and all that. But at nighttime, that comes alive with people just floating up over the border. But yes, we should always have a very strong border. And if we stop people from coming in, that would put more pressure on them to clean up their own governments and take the risks of revolution and putting a little bit of skin in the game, instead of taking the path of least resistance. Get up there and change the government then. Lisa. Do I have to put Lisa in timeout? Lisa, I got to put you in timeout. That's what I say. Fix your own place first. Walking from death and not staying little fatties, shaking little fatties' hand. Yeah, I didn't care about that. I can't down anybody that makes a peace overture to somebody. But that's just naivety, right? That's a total lack of that's a total misunderstanding of the realities of life in North Korea. Just ask Warm Beer, the guy that got the hell beaten out of him and then got released and came home and died just for taking a poster of the great leader off the wall. That's a great people's paradise, isn't it? All the freedom in the world. That's what communism gets you. Any society that has to be held together by force is evil at its core. I guess the train broke down. I don't know. There's a maintenance truck here. I mean, that just shows you the absolute resolute failure of communism right there. There's never been a communist regime that did not have to resort to force to shape the people of the nation and enforce behaviors. That's why it was a great day in '89 when Ceausescu and his unattractive wife got marched out to the back of the courtyard and put out of their misery. So I know Magda doesn't like it, but my classic definition of communism: equal misery for all. It doesn't matter what Marx endorsed. It just shows his theory never works, right? Because you can't overcome human nature. Somebody like Joseph Stalin, he doesn't give a damn about communism. If he has if he can get his ugly mitts on the controls levers, you can take your communism and take a hike. It's over, right? You're asking communism to fight human nature itself. It ain't never going to happen. Never going to happen. I wouldn't say they're successful these days. Sweden has big problems. Norway just has oil revenue. Otherwise, everybody would be just eating fish. Yeah. Well, the free market's the only thing that's ever been demonstrated to have the ability to provide the most good for the most people. Bring on the mackerel. That was the basic weakness of Marx and Engels, was a profound lack of understanding of human nature. It was all built as a theory that man could rise above his human nature. Hey, EJ. No, you just have totalitarianism. Even you have to admit, regardless of how people think, Marx was not about hurting people. Well, I think he did hurt people. Marx single-handedly, his theories probably ended up with the death of more people than anybody in the history of the world. Now think about that. Under his systems, Chairman Mao, 22 million people dead. Russia, 20 million people dead. Right? All for an ideal. So in a way, I would say absolutely that Marx is probably single-handedly more responsible for more deaths than anybody in the history of the world, with his harebrained scheme. All right, take care, Elizabeth. Take care. That's just my opinion. Like the disclaimer says, these are just my opinions, and Magda has her opinions, and that's fine. You know, Marx, Mao came the closest to really trying to truly implement a communism. But in the end, it all came to naught. You had people trying to make steel in their backyard. People digging canals with teaspoons. I mean, you're basically living in the Stone Age. Hey, Joni. And the only time China advanced was when they overthrew and began loosening up and allowing for capitalism and free enterprise. You'll never be able to improve on capitalism. The reason is because it harnesses man's selfish nature, which is a beautiful thing. And then it's up to people to decide whether to be charitable or not. Don't forget to make your contributions. Hey June, how you doing? What's going on, Joni? How's the job going? You can't enforce by decree things like redistribution of wealth, and because there's always somebody that's going to be sitting up there making the decisions about who should get what. I'm doing great. Do you think FDR was right a bit? I think in the early stages, I think what most people don't know is it was the fear of the United States was already in recovery. In June of 1932, the stock market had turned upright, had the biggest rally in its history. People were starting to go back to work. And this was 9 months before Roosevelt was inaugurated. But the real problem was people began to have this fear of what is Roosevelt going to do when he takes office? So there was this fear of, uh-oh, we're going to get this inflation. And everybody ran to get their money out of the bank, and that really made shit go bad at that point. So it was the anticipation of Roosevelt that really put the bad nail into the Great Depression. With fear of what he would do in his policies. Just had, my grandmother lost all of her money in Walbrook Savings and Loan, right? I mean, she came home from work. They said, "May, you best get up to the bank. They're closing their doors. Gone." But you had to feed people for sure. I mean, people don't know that on Inauguration Day in 1933, this country was so close to revolution, and the incoming administration was so worried in the Hoover administration that they had machine guns mounted on the rooftops of the Capitol building, ready to open fire if it turned into a riot that day. Think about that when you want to talk about January 6th. Well, look, I don't carry any water for former President Trump. I don't carry any water for President Biden. Right? Neither one of them has done anything to pull us out of our long-term threats. Right? I've only seen business as usual no matter who's in office. I mean, right? I haven't seen anybody that's make any moves to do anything. All presidents have had the deficits increased on them and the national debt, despite every one of them campaigning on I'm going to do something to bring the national debt under control. And right, nobody even listened. They don't even talk about it anymore. Right. So I guess it's reached a point in this country where it just doesn't really even matter anymore. All roads lead to the same end. The worst thing that happened under Roosevelt was the enablement of government, the people. It set a precedent of before that, government wasn't involved in anything in people's lives. It created this dependency that snowballed under Johnson, and it's reached just enormous portions today. In other words, if the shit hit the fan, you have the largest population in the history of the United States, the most ill-equipped to survive into the future. Just think of all the people that are on medications and things that would no longer be able to get them, or how are we going to get something to eat? You want to talk about the rise of thugism. What's going on, Lee? How was fishing today? Yeah, it's just a talking point now, Mitchell. That's what I mean. And they don't even talk about it anymore. All right. I mean, the days of talking about it are over. What's up there, Veet? No, you wouldn't be able to have it. This country would be. Oh, are you kidding me? Back then in '33, you had an American population that had a tremendously strong backbone to be able to take it. Now, a stiff breeze blows people over here. No, it went downhill with Carter, was destructive. They all had to deal with the consequences of Johnson's big spending. Things are doing good. I wouldn't be able to do anything. I would cut off about 90% of the slowly taper down government benefits. Phase out things. You have to get rid of them. They're unfundable in the future. You can't keep them. They're actuarially unsound. Yeah, well, I'll just tell you, a new world order is coming, but not in the way that you think it's coming. Yeah, Magda for president. What happened to Amanda? Here comes Magda's sweeping changes. And I just like, I'll get this shit straightened out. Hey Danny, how are you, babe? You have to be very careful about unintended consequences, and that's one big problem of alternative economic systems is they're not well thought out in terms of unintended consequences. I think people need to open their eyes. I didn't think they. I don't. Yeah. Yeah, it's getting darker here, doctor. Uh, Chats take their own course. Seems people are enjoying the dialogue. At least here we can be civil with each other. We're not calling each other names and stuff. We're on many sides of it. Many of us are on both sides of the divide here, and uh, both political and drive on gas division. Hey North, how are you? Well, in case you didn't notice, Doctor, civility is in a steep and prolonged downturn these days. You can't even hardly exist on my street anymore for all the thugs and punks out there. I just want to get my nightstick. Hey, Gordon, and crack some skulls. Oh yeah, the chat is civil. Yeah, I demand a civil. Yeah, yeah. We always exchange ideas. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Alan. They're just absolutely ill-equipped uh, to survive any kind of disorder. Absolutely. That's why I think the next thing that comes down will be modeled on the French Revolution. I prefer telescopic baton. Exchange. Gordon Ramsay's like, can't we exchange recipes? Bloody hell. Just have a few quid, mate. uh, Think pink. Oh, nothing gets me down. I'll be gone. I'll be I'll be delightfully off the scene. Trust and believe. I'll be reposing in a bowl somewhere. I didn't mean to mar Cindy. Cindy hates that. She's gonna unsubscribe and block the channel. I didn't mean to mar, honey. I'm just having noodles. I made a really nice stir fry last night. So usually if I do a big cooking, then I just take it easy the next night. I'd like to, we're getting, Mag just getting worked up here. Sandy. uh, his and hers matching tureens. Let's just swirl it all together. Let God figure it out, right? Let the angels put that back together again. Big enterprise companies are making a lot of money. Shocked I am not sneezing. Today is going down a little bit here, the pollen. June's out there, she's humping food around. She sees people got money. Right? Don't talk, yeah. Cindy's laying it down. Don't even run your flapper, right? Unless you got skin in the game here and have seen the consequences of it, don't be running your flapper. They say LA had. Anybody feel the earthquake in LA 3.5 today? Yeah, under free market economics, you never run out of oil. I think honey, economics rations out things. You'd never really run out of oil because the price would move higher and demand would be less and less and less till it finally reached the price where it just extinguished itself as a fuel, and alternatives would come in. That's the beauty of a free market system. All little dinky scientists would be in their laboratories working their sacks off to develop alternative energy sources. Nothing ever really runs out under a free market system. I think I'm going to change the name to the channel to Adam Smith Wealth of Nations for Magda. Das Capital. Chicken tortilla soup. Chicken, good. Bronze statue of Vladimir Lenin in the walkway of a casino missing his head. Well, EJ, he survived. That's why I named one of the cats Fanny Kaplan, right? Because if you look up Fanny Kaplan, you'll see that she's the one that tried to assassinate Vladimir Lenin. And, well, he was gravely hurt. He was never the same again, but she suffered a very terrible fate at the hands of the communists. You got Frida Kahlo, Kahlo, you got Diego Rivera, all these fellow travelers of communism in Mexico City. What's up, James? How you doing? We got James in the chat. I think, James, you've had a pretty grueling work schedule. Oh, Naomi, come on, honey. We're having a very interesting chat tonight. Hanging out after 4, yeah. We got Magda right in the middle, right in the zone. Oh. It's an election year, Naomi. Right? A lot of us haven't made up our mind about voting yet. I like a free exchange of ideas. Do 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 do. You thought you were in the middle. You got Love Gordon Ramsay in there. No, I don't pay anything at all. I'm predisposed not to pay to park anywhere. Generally, even if I have to walk a mile. Shit. We'll have to see if that conviction gets overturned. And the higher the level it goes, the more the certainty of being overturned. Or remanded down for a new trial. Change of venue. To Texas, right? Hey, Escaping Boyd, how are you? Well, the pay can't be driven up if people are attracted to come over and work for that wage, right? Who likes to clean toilets and work in nursing homes? All day long, June. Hey, Cobra John. And it's eastbound and down, keep on trucking. 11 miles away. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. On our way. Well, they're worried in Atlanta. They're scared in Texarkana. Do 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 do. Magda just hits the bottom line. 50 million raised in a few days. That's crazy, yeah. So the court system will be very unlikely to deny the citizenry the presidential candidate that they want to have. So, and the more they work against that, it probably won't work in their favor. I think the best thing that Biden can do is just talk about, just talk about other stuff and just move ahead. Give him the old goat head. Wow, you must really be hardcore. I don't really want to drink beer to get, I'm not an alcoholic. right? I just enjoy just a little bit of a mild little tingle, and that's good enough for me. In other words, I could never be a day drinker, get up in the morning and lean over the bed and grab a bottle and all that. We've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Do 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 do. June, were you running out food today? I just had the just had the spasms. I like to go to Vegas. I like to have my 2 Michelob Ultras and my 2 Busch Lights at the end of the night and my meatball sub. Ooh, hey Cupcake, how are you? All right, here comes the heavy hitters now, and bam, just like that. Yeah, was it a good day? Was it a good day, June? Cyanide Cupcake. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, that's good, June. I should get out there. What do you think, June? Should I start humping some food around? Eastbound and down. I said hello to Queen Cupcake. Miracle G. Take it easy, Ramsey. I've never heard you sing, "Hey Train Wreck, it's beautiful tonight," and my allergies are finally beginning to subside a bit. I just finished a meal. Damn good. Man, I'll tell you, when I go to the Atomic Lounge and finish my classic streams in Vegas, I can't wait to have it. Same year my mother was. There you go, EJ. You know, Lennon was never the same after he was attacked with the knife. It's just like Lee Harvey Oswald. Everybody thinks they know about Oswald's life, and then if you tell people, well, he tried to become emigrate to the Soviet Union, and they denied him. And then in Minsk, he attempted suicide. He slashed his wrist, almost bled to death. No, don't get it twisted. That's it. Don't get it twisted, mate. Don't burn the sauce, mate. Stir the sauce. Do 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 do. Hey, Revlo, how are you? Good to see you. Good movie. I would like to visit the Soviet Union. Maybe I'll go to that Georgian restaurant this week, Magda. Do 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 do. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, Lenin's body's in pretty rough condition. about the door of the house. She was about to open up about. Yeah, or so they say, Linda. I got to take everything with a grain of salt about that, you know? Sometimes random shit happens to people, and then we go trying to pin a cause on it later. But it could very well be. I don't know. She was good on What's My Line, right? Bloody great day when someone gives me a fair dinkums, mate. Gordon, go sharpen your knives, all right? Here's a guy that sacked his kitchen because he lost a Michelin star. I'm not going to bloody tolerate it. It's not me that lost the star, it's you. And Gordon's like, oh, do we have to keep bringing that up again? Fair dinkums. Go pull a pint, mate. Go to your favorite pub in Cornwall there and pull a pint at Matey's Seafarer's house. How you doing, Pendar? What's going on? Good to see you. We're just hanging out. We had to pull out the fire hose to keep everybody hosed down and cooled off today. They're always concerned about what happens in the United States. The panel is so smart they wear tuxedo and gets. Yeah, the average intelligence. I mean, you couldn't have a program like that anymore. Do. I guess you could make your own eggnog. I don't know. If you were born raiding in a game we play called EverQuest. Okay. We'll tell them to come on in and raid. Not to talk like a bloody Yankee because nobody. We're all a bunch of plonkers. Breeze feels so nice. I'm undercover, Gordon. I'm off duty. I go into 7-Eleven, everybody backs off. Show me some identification. Am I under arrest or am I free to go? Let me see your ID. Am I under arrest or am I free to go? Am I being detained or am I free to go? I need your ID. I haven't committed a crime. You have no right to my ID. Am I being arrested? We need your American ID. I have my enhanced ID. My daughter wants you to go. Oh man, that would be awesome. Cindy's like, why do I spend my Sundays like this? You want to be a communist? So he was a communist. His wife Mariana, she was a dyed-in-the-wool communist from Cuba. She was a pretty nice-looking piece of wool. We held your place, Vinny. Ooh, 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 ooh. Do, 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 do. Security related, not police matters, yes. High security.
That's what I mean, yeah.
You got to be smart to be on this detail. What do we owe the honor to Cupcake? 2 days in a row. Cocktails. Yeah, for the billionth time. Pending his reinstatement. You're like when I had my no, I'm not much of a vodka person. When I had my Vietnamese gardener Nam in the early days, I hired and fired the guy like 10 times. I finally gave up. I said, I'll just do the shit myself. So tomorrow I'm going to stake up the tomatoes. I got the hog wire came in. That's some really good stuff. I have 300 feet of it. I think that should be a plenty. No, he's from Vietnam. I lived on the 32nd floor of I had two places I lived. The 11th floor of one building and the 32nd floor of another. Had great views over the harbor. Green Island in Hong Kong Harbor. Enough to enclose the whole neighborhood. No, I lived in China for 5 years. I lived and worked in China for 5 years. My responsibility countries were China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and the Philippines. Oh, I lived here in Santa Rosa. You can see him on my video where I went to rescue the Motorola stereo console. Oh, you didn't realize that? Okay. Yeah, glad to see you, Pandar. Yeah, I speak Chinese. I lived there for 5 years. People think I'm actually an operative, deep operative for the government. Tio, I don't know. Tio was of unknown origin. Tio was a race unto himself. uh, and you were walking, waking up in a van. I think you had a date, really. Talking blog. Yeah, probably. Ask Linda. She never misses my stuff. I'm kindly feeding my yearning with you on your journey. I just shared. Well, thank you, Vinny. I'm really glad you're here. We got good times. We're going to be cutting over to more video content here. We got the return to Vegas, which promises to be a lot of hijinks on the streets. It's going to be hot. It's going to be sweaty. We'll need to take some provisions to keep cool with the phone, especially since we start out in the afternoon. Fishing with daughter, she catches all the. It's a good time. Yeah, my worst day of fishing is better than my best day at the office. I would stand there on the edge of the harbor walking along, and people be fishing there with little hand lines, and right where the sewage is all jumping into the harbor, they'd be pulling fish out. I'm like, you gonna eat that? Oh, how sure. Very good. Yeah, tasty. Oh, I'll bet. You can imagine the sewage in the most densely populated 6 square miles in the world. Yeah, hopefully I'll get it arranged so I can see Kev TV down there. We can reprise our return to Cecil. I will probably be recording mine. 5 or 6 years. I'll probably be recording my content. And then, I want to get over to MacArthur Park and see how that's changed. If they clean that up any. I'm going to have to invest in a new pepper spray. Yeah, also to raise a little hell. Cupcake, you are a hellraiser par excellence. I've never really featured my time there. I have books and photographs, but I don't know as I should share them on here with a lot of government operations and private industry stuff. Yeah, I was right there at ground zero, man. The rats were running. That just place is unreal, and in the heat, the heat is off the chain. But it's not as bad as during the pandemic, when lots of people were living across the street in their tents. Man, you wouldn't even dare walk down there with a phone with that getting killed on Main Street there. For Lisa Lamb, the Cecil Hotel. Yeah, it means a lot of people enjoy the Main Streets live streams. Yeah, that's right, EJ. I can't find people that'll do the quality of work that I do, so I'm not going to climb a tree, right? I just want to I should have gotten that damn tree taken down all the way. Oh, it's okay, Magda. It's, I always put it this way, Magda. Everybody, well, a lot of people have a sense of adventure, and I do. And I always tell that some people put on a bat wing suit and they'll jump off the side of Half Dome 1,500 feet up in the air or something. Okay? I'm not going to do that. Other people will go scuba diving. I'm not going to do that. Other people will go skydiving. I'm not going to do that. Right? My thrill is pitting myself against mean streets. That's where I really, really get my high when I come off one of those Vegas streams. You guys know I'm like high as a kite when I'm sitting there drinking my beer because I'm enjoying the post. Like I survived, man. I survived, and we're all sitting there at the Atomic Lounge and we're celebrating, right? Yeah, we all have our own highs. That's it. Cobra John likes to have a high horsepower, full-blown engines out on the Bonneville salt flats. Yeah, I forgot that one too. Yeah, the deep sea. Some people get it onto a sub and then implode down there. Right? Then implode down there, going to look at the Titanic. Well, bro, I'll just send you some pictures, okay? The good thing for those guys is that death was immediate. Yeah, leaking P-trap. Guess what my high is? Yelling at people. It is a danger. In another year, I won't be able to do this. Yeah, Vinny, you wouldn't catch me going down there. I know the physics of that shit. Hey, Ma Rich. The streets will be unwalkable by that time. Yeah, that's a cupcake. That's called using your brain. I won't be able to do this in a year because I've been doing this since 2015, Magda. And I've seen the whole thing degrade over time. Like, I want a return trip to Oakland, right? But I got to think long and hard about that, right? Because I'm thinking on 2015, I had some situations that came along. Snake Biscuit and Escape from New York. I've always been able to talk my way out of it and stuff like that. There'll be a day I'm not going to be able to do that. And then the consequences, that'll be Amanda hug and kisses, the day that she's yearned for. That'll be the day of reckoning. Flying my helicopter. Oakland was terrible when I went in 2015 and walked every block of International Boulevard. Now, you talk about doing that, right, 9 years later, 8 years later. Whew, I mean, you get deep in there, ain't no cop coming to get you. Oh, thank you. I've never seen you comment on one of my videos. It's not the duty of the police to protect. Dangerous means eating the last of the ice cream. No, I'm not. I don't take anybody with me anymore. I'm a solo act, Naomi. I've put Mr. Z in harm's way too many times. I've gone down too many alleys with him, and no. Yeah, a cupcake. There we go. You'll end up being trafficked somewhere in Mexico. I'll end up at the bottom of the harbor. Or bullocks. Let's put it this way, Magda. It ain't no country club. Oh, man, it's like, don't take anybody. Always go solo. It's more exciting. His fingers tingling in anticipation. That's why I go so stripped down when I go out. I just take the bare minimum of stuff. I don't want to have all my credit cards ripped off and all that. I'd rather get beaten up than go through all that crap. Yeah, it was an excellent partner, but sometimes you just got to call an end to that and say, you know, this is not what he signs on for. So seeing him every other day is a good thing, so. You know, I can't even imagine what Fremont Street's going to be like in I get kind of tingly in one sense, and then I think, oh man, they're not going to kidnap me, right? I think the worst would probably get a shiv in me, probably get a knife or something. Going to the library. I remember years ago, I would go down to LA and everybody's like, oh, could you please live stream on Beverly Hills? I go out to live stream in Beverly Hills and there's like 12 people on the live stream, right? Oh man, oh yeah, well you had to go down to, we meant Rodeo Drive. I go live on Rodeo Drive. All of the big stores and, you know, all the stars, crickets. I go to a bad neighborhood and they turn out in droves. So what do you think people want to see? Me go to a library or a museum? I gave up on that years ago. Yeah, some reason I'm in the vertical algorithm. Is even get, oh, it's trashy. It depends. I can tell a crowd now. I can look at a crowd and tell if it's a value crowd, if it's an LA crowd, if it's a high-end crowd, like when the Cowboys come in December. For the rodeo, it's a high-end crowd because you have to have a lot of money to come in there, right? You know, Magda, I'll go do them for myself. But it's like James said, don't go by what Rosie does down there, because Las Vegas has many very nice areas too. And I always try to impress that on people too. There's a lot of very wealthy and a lot of beautiful areas too, and there's some people that have significant wealth in that city. So don't judge by what I'm. That's not. I'm seeking out seeking out the tougher areas to go into. So, and James is exactly correct on that. Yeah, yeah, I mean, people perceive that jail is a better existence than the street, then you have a serious problem on your hands. You have to, no, I'm not calling. I did videos at the San Diego Zoo, nobody watched them. Did I show Betty Davis? Great. We went to Hollywood Forever Cemetery and they were packed in like sardines. I think I just was interested in Cecil B. DeMille's grave. He was the last vestige of decency in Hollywood. Well, I can go to San Quentin and do a tour, no problem at all. You just can't have jeans on, and you can't video inside. So, unless I get special permission, which, I'm not saying I'm not averse to do because I'm good at writing letters and persuading and being a pain in the ass to people. Because the inmates wear jeans, and if there's a riot and shooting breaks out, they might think that you're one of the inmates and you might get shot. So, I went to the death row gift shop, and then the guy's like, yeah, you could have come in, but you got jeans on, so. It's a public facility, so, you have to have that open for people to see. It's like I can go to Vegas and do a ride around with the police. I can do one in Santa Rosa here. Yeah, look at my video, Death Row Gift Shop. I stood right there holding Scott Peterson's piece of art, quote unquote. This guy had the artistic skills of a tuna fish. Yeah, at that time we still had the death penalty. Damn, Amanda hug and kiss, you're nuts. Chad Daybell. Hookers are just a fact of my existence when I'm in cities. I mean, it's just like, normally, I don't stick the camera in anybody's face. They do their thing, I do mine. I mean, when I'm with Kev, we go down to Figueroa Avenue and look around, but that's, it's gotten to the point now, girls are just wearing yarn, a piece of yarn, right? One piece of yarn down Broadway below and two over the top, and it's like, honey, don't move or it's all gonna come apart. Why not listen to jazz music? Explain that to me, what you want. Oh, please, it's Shelley Winters. I've done videos of where Jan and Dean, Dead Man's Curve, and there's a lot of content where Bugsy Siegel was shot to death in his house in Beverly Hills. One of my most watched videos is showing where O.J. Simpson, where his ex-wife and her boyfriend got offed. There's a lot of content out there, guys. A lot of content. All you have to do is go look at the playlist, and you'll just see stuff it'll be mind blowing to you. Some people keep their cars so nice. Then you have that goofball Chris Watch. I didn't go to his first Starbucks. I went to the first C's Candy on Western Avenue in Los Angeles. Now it's turned into a coffee shop. I took people to the Pabst Mansion of Pabst Blue Ribbon beer in Milwaukee. I showed people the very first Honda car imported into America, right here in Santa Rosa. I mean, I don't just talk about the content, I get out and bring it. Now, my theory is that Chris Watts was thinking with the little head instead of the big one. Imagine that poor kid having to watch her sister snuffed out and then knowing she's coming next. I mean, can you imagine any kind of father doing that? I would say put 1,000 bullets in my head before I would ever do that. And stuff in the bodies climbing up in the dark of night, an electrical storm with the lightning, and you're dragging those bodies up the ladders and opening. It's like Hollywood couldn't even make that stuff up. Hey, Monica. Just shows you how, you know, how some people can just be demonically possessed. And he's got all his fangirls that still write him there. Oh, we love you. You're more whack than he is. I think it cooled off nicely. Yeah, 79 degrees, nice. So that case really disturbed me, that one. So you got two ladies walking around and we're all involved in that, unfortunately. You know, Amber Fry and Nicole whatever. That'll be on their minds for a long time. Big surfing the waves, baby. I don't follow true crime either. That was one I've done a few true crime things, and the horrible murder of that gal, that beautiful little child in Prim, right on the border of Nevada, California. What the investigating detectives called the worst murder in California in Nevada history. A lot of people watch that. If something interesting happened in the town, then of course I'm going to do a video about it. I mean, I went down to Polly Class's house multiple times down there. That freak Richard Allen Davis killed her and left her in a ditch. Terrible. What's up, Ryan? Do 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 do. Ooh, 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 ooh. But I think these people that go out on these true crime protests, and they don't do anything there. They're just leeches off the back of it. They don't do it. They don't have any positive impact on anything that's going on. Standing out front of somebody's house with a bullhorn. Who do you think that's supposed to benefit, the case or you? It's another case if it's all about me. Yeah, well, people will believe some crazy shit. Sell us your shirt, mate. You know, there's some people that think they're doing a good thing by being there. You know, show me one bit of evidence that ever helped the case. Yeah, thank you, Shimei. Yeah, Sharice Iverson, this beautiful gal, young gal, terrible, terrible. That case just shook me. I think that was the end of my true crime stories. That case. I said, you know what? I don't have the mental composition for this. I'm not cut out for this duty. Yeah, and they have those pervs that go out and seek underage people on websites and stuff. Yeah, I did a couple of them and just couldn't stomach it anymore. You know, especially when it's a young person. There was another one I did, Shimei. What was it hey Dave, it was out in the desert, Baker, California. Some guy just walked off into the desert. That weird case. Just walked off. Disappeared. I mean, a desert's a bad place to go wandering off in. It's so easy to lose your bearings in there. Hey, Cupcake, why don't you start watching some old Disney like Mary Poppins or Pollyanna or something? Sound of Mucus. Why don't you watch that? I don't know. Some people just, you know, I'm quite convinced that some people just become possessed. Yeah, there you go. Something might be off. Ramsey, you're a trip. So I just stopped covering that. That just, you know, it's too depressing. All right, well, it's time to feed the machine. Yes, I'm going down to LA in a couple. I hope to. I'm going to be there over the 4th of July. So I'm probably going to go in a couple days early and hang out with Kev. I know we want to go get some Korean food. I want to get caught up with him, see how he's doing. I'll probably stay at the Oxford Palace up there in Koreatown again. I stayed there all during the pandemic. Yeah, I'm just not interested in cemeteries. Yeah, that's it, Cindy. And you're an inspiration for a lot of people. You know, who knows what people deal with. I'm on patrol tonight, Catherine. Don't let me catch you getting out of line. Damn, I have suffered this allergy season. Thank you. Ah. Thank you. $76 degrees. Man, I like it when nature's air conditioning turns on. Boom! I think Walt Disney would be rolling in his grave to see what Disney is today. That goofy Snow White thing, they had to shelve that thing. You know, the woke version of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It's almost like you can't say the word white anymore. It's like... They're thawing his head. Oh, we love Cindy. We absolutely adore Cindy Talks. She is wonderful. I don't have enough superlatives to describe her. Of course, the damn thing isn't charging. 38%. Tree really grew, didn't it? Lawn's looking good. The watering system's working. I really got to cut these back more to get them really nice. They're too leggy. Yeah, I mean, vintage audio I love, metal detecting. You have seen the wall of sound, haven't you, Nick? Right. Yeah, Kev's a good friend. Right? I mean, this is, what do you think, Cindy? Like the ultimate bachelor pad? Yeah, could it be a little better? Yeah, but it's good enough for me. I like a very sparse place. Things are looking good. Keeping things nice. Here's the hog wire. Yeah, the rugs. Stuff's gonna be hard to work with. I'll definitely have to wear gloves. Yeah, so everything's looking good. I've keep things nice and clean now. This is all the T-posts here. All right, the blackbird's been out all day. sure this doesn't fall over because of the breeze. I'm sure we got a wide angle on there. Tiger! Tiger! Boy, I can't really do that at all, did I? How good did that do? Hell. Tiger! Tiger! Alright, that's better. Place is in pretty good shape for the boss and Janet to visit. Alright, let me wash my hands. Tonight we're on Aladdin Security Patrol. They've been working on that roof on that apartment house over there. Alright, let me whiz. Right. Here, I don't really have a chance of seeing the screen. It's still a little too sunny. I don't know. There we go. Oh, it gets chilly here at night. The watering system's been working real good. I think I'm going to have to get a pair of really good heavy gloves tomorrow. some Wells Lamont before I start mucking with that that heavy crap. That's good. You don't want too thin. All right, take care. You don't want to have too thin of a wire. It'll cause the plants to break. I got to do some changes for the water system too. I mean, some of the drip stuff. I haven't seen Cheryl here in days. I don't know if she's wants to be gone or what. Google AI Premium Live. What the hell does that mean? Now they're selling some kind of premium AI crap? I don't think so. I'm here for the thick. The thick and the thin. I think the one good thing about being older is you really tend to value people as they really are in their totality. And I think that's a beautiful thing. I really think that's fantastic. Thank you, Alan. I think it's come along pretty good. I'm surprised I haven't seen the cats today. I mean, what the hell? Man, I really hate that. Why is it called hog wire? Why not just 12 gauge? I don't know, because it's used to make hog pens. Hey, Vicky. I mean, I think it's the smallest gauge wire that'll effectively hold the hog. Well, mate, you don't have a Rancho. Let's see what's going on. Tomatoes are looking good. I got to get this changed out here. This watering system is not good. It's just a drip system. It's more for the onions, just in this area. I can feel this is real deep where a tree used to be here. Tree trunk. Tree stump. Man, can you believe this tree? Things are looking good in the orchard. Oh, there's Tiger. Oh. Where there's squirrely, this fence needs to be repaired here. I don't know where those squirrely cats. Here's a piece of the hog wire here. We had a nice cherry harvest. I actually think I'm going to end up moving this cherry tree over here. I'm probably going to get rid of that mulberry tree. Can't stand that thing. Look at the way this is pitching over. It's so heavy with peaches. Right. Got to thin this out a little bit. You know, because peaches are hogs, they'll just go crazy and break the tree. We got all the cherries. We got some pears this year. I have an underground watering system. I have to add some new legs to it here. I have some underground lines for the trees now. This drip line isn't worth a crap. I just had that running in here. I was looking for a long piece of black tubing. I might have to get some tomorrow. I don't know. Yeah, there's about a half a mile of lines running around this place. I don't know what this guy's doing over here. Listen to crunchy ground. It's all dry. I won't be cutting the grass again. I don't know what this dude's doing. I'm obscured by my own privacy fence. This place needs a strong woman's touch. The Big Valley. I don't know what's going on. This fence is about had it. Hey, Eddie. I don't know, for some reason it just went up right here. I don't know if he raced it on the other side or what the hell happened. It's still damn shaky here. This fig tree, I hate this thing too. Yeah, they've been working on that up there. Yeah. This baby's getting ready to just pitch over the other way. I don't know. Going to be a very light year for apples this year. Some years are, you know, trees are funny. They'll alternate. Heavy one year and light the next. You learn a lot about running an orchard. So you got to take one of these off, or this will just be small ones. You can't have clusters more than 2. So it had a lot of flowers, but you know, trees know when they need to take a little bit of time off. All right. I don't know why I kept this apple tree, just sentimental, I guess. The thing doesn't want to let go. Is probably older than that. Probably put him when the Rancho was built. Look at the way that thing's bent over. It's a trooper. So the boss will be coming up for the inspection. Oh, I make a good apple pie. With Rancho apples. No, these guys work right on through. Look at that, out of control this thing got in that short of a period of time. Phew. Have to get this up when it's still small and grind it. I think all of our eating oranges are gone now. Got one here. That one's kind of nasty. There we go. Can be a pumpkin head. Yeah, it's a lot of work to run a place, let me tell you. You gotta spray to keep the peach leaf curl. What the hell is that thing? That's a bee's like as big as a... What the hell was that? That bee was as big as a softball. So we're gonna have to tie this off. We're going to have to thin that out a bit. I didn't really do anything with the lemons this year. Palestine orange. What a weird variety. What a weird variety. I don't know where the hell the cats are. Let's see if they come out when I open the gate. They'll think birds coming. Yeah, I have 2 cherry trees. Yeah, I'm going to move one of them. I don't have a pomegranate. I had one at the other place. Let's see if the cat's coming. That's like their signal that bird is here. Let's see if they come running. Yeah, thank you, Alan. You're too kind. I appreciate that. Thank you. It, you know, work will keep you on track. That's for sure. Work will keep you on track. I don't know. Yeah, the trees are doing good. I have some water lines underground for the trees now, but I don't think I picked the ideal location for that last cherry tree. I want to plant it in anticipation of that mulberry tree being gone once and for all. I have netting I use. Oh, Queen, you guys are my whole salvation here. Right? I love hanging with you guys. At the end of the day, I always look forward to going live. Now, sometimes I'm very video centric, and other times, in other words, when I travel sometimes, you guys won't see me live for like 4 days or something. After the plum harvest, I'll cut the severely cut back the plum. I don't want a super high yield on that. Yeah, I'm going to put up the video on doing the shine check. Yeah, sad apple. I'm the sheriff. I walk into 7-Eleven and everybody moves out of the way. It's good to see you, Lisa. I know you work hard, honey. Lisa V, another very hard worker. And I never hear Lisa complain for anything. So, she's another person I like very much on here. I didn't see her for a while. She worked like a night shift or something. Yeah, you have to buy the net that you put over top of the trees. You only have to put it on for about a week or so. And then the birds, because the birds are always the same ones that hang around the property. I've learned this over time. You never really have new birds that come in. It's the same old crew. It's like the cats, right? They hang out. You cover the cherry tree for a week or two, and you can remove the netting because they're so trained at that point that they just don't even go down and even try it anymore. Yeah, you work hard, Ramsey. The princess at a rancho. Yeah, I don't need my ladies to wear tiaras around here. Right. Maybe tonight we'll ring the triangle. Oh, it was in Vegas. Oh my Lord. Yeah, the last stream I did, and I was getting ready to come home, and woman's in the alley. Oh, you're cute. You're so cute. And then she ended up cursing at me five minutes later, you know. Pardon me. This is a great thing. This is like my favorite thing, Jeffrey Perez. I like to call everyone to dinner, you know. Hop Sing call you, you no answer. Oh. That's what I said to myself, Lee. I said, after 50 years of working, I said, that's enough for me. Right, I'm done. 50 years, I'm done. That's it. Don't you love that triangle? I love that. Isn't that cool? So please tap the like button if you're coming in tonight. We've had a lot of fun this evening. We've had our hijinks. Yeah, it's weird the cats aren't around. Man, I hope nothing happens. I don't know, that's really weird. I guess the true test will be when I start cooking. This is all false readings. Yeah, we did music night. I like to cycle things through. We need to do a call-in night. Yep. I know a lot of people want to call in and talk. Yeah, the music nights are fun. But we need everybody to participate, right? It's $4.99, and pick out a nice song you like on YouTube, copy and paste the address, put it into the play box, and boom. All right, we get to dance and enjoy. You know, it's kind of a win-win thing. We all have a good time, and it makes a little bit of money for the channel too. I don't bang on money too much, but it's nice to have a little bit, especially if you're traveling. It's kind of cloudy tonight. Yeah. All right. I don't know where the little knuckleheads are. There's a couple kittens around. Somebody said, do you walk around singing all day long? And I do. It makes people crazy. I'm a self-contained entertainment system. And the good news is I'm usually in a chipper mood. The bad news is what happened to this unit here, and can we adjust it? Alan Gentry, do you know if we can do any adjustment on the Camp Chef stove? I don't know. I don't know. I think we're just really weirded out. Right. Really weirded out. I used to love Pollyanna now too. You know, they filmed that here in Santa Rosa, Lisa V. The only Disney movie I couldn't really watch anymore is like The Sound of Mucus. If I see those Von Trapp brats in high on a hill, it's a lonely gutter, yo lay yo yeah yo ho ho. This one I didn't replace parts, but the other one I did. You know, I did the barbecue grill, right, Ronnie? And that turned out great. That's good for another 3 years. $29 instead of throwing that thing into a landfill. Again, I probably wouldn't be able to. It's weird. I can't believe that you couldn't make an adjustment on it. You know, it's weird to me, Alan. Strange to me that there's the air gas mixture there, and for some reason it's really off. And the funny thing is, I hardly use that side of it at all. I've got a lot of older friends in Bedford. If you're over and over into the end of the day, so you're awesome. Keep it real. If you're over and over. I have yeah, I've been on here since 2013, so I've seen a lot of flotsam and jetsam over the years. Yeah, this one, Ronnie, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna have to get under there and check it out. I can't, there must be, maybe something's blocking something that got some joy juice in it, right? So, there might be some kind of joy juice in it. Might have blocked up a hole or something. Yeah, YouTube's been great for me. It's been a lot. It's been a good companion. Like I say, I've been on here. This is my 12th year, and in that time, I've missed 4 days being on here. 1 day in 2013, and I took 3 days off when my father passed away in 2020. Other than that, I've been on here every single day. Why? Because I like it. Air gas mixture. Weird the cat's on around. Highly unusual. I was reading something on my Google feed. It's like, this is the This is rated the worst beer in America, and it was Busch Light, and everybody was like, in the comment section, they were ripping them a new one. Are you kidding me, man? We're not all here to drink Heineken and St. Pauli Girl and all that. Right? Don't knock this great beer. Strange, the cats aren't around. Yeah. So I'm going to put a good day in tomorrow to work on getting the tomato plants finally situated. I'm going to pull out that drip line set up there. I'm going to try to save it though because I want to use it for the future, and then put down some drips for that. So I don't really like to use the drip stuff too much. Songs of the islands. Cindy deserves to be on a all expenses paid 2-week jaunt to Hawaii. Right. Silver Air Dual to yeah. I've used it, Brad. It doesn't do anything. Right? It didn't do anything. Cindy needs 2 weeks on 2 weeks in Oahu to just level that a little bit. Go to Duke's place overlooking Waikiki Beach at sunsets. I know Cindy doesn't drink, but she might have a mocktail, you never know, and sit there and just watch that sun go down over the Pacific while the Makaha Sons of Ni'ihau are playing there under the big banyan tree. Oh, Waikiki, at night the cool breeze are calling. I hear the temperature falling on Waikiki. A little slack key, right? Been there before, take you. I think I might do that, Cindy. Maybe we'll get a group. See if people might meet us over there for something. Wouldn't that be a lot of fun to rent a big condo for a week, right? Or rent a house for a week and just everybody get together. Ooh, Bush is great. I'll tell you, I landed. How you doing, Teresa? I landed at the Atomic Lounge. I had $5 in my pockets. I have debris. What did Teresa say? She might. Let's see. Oh, just us. There you go. You have debris on your shirt on. Just want to avoid it. Oh, okay. Oh, damn. Thank you, Teresa. Damn. Damn. Thank you. I know Alan Gentry would be up for it. Thank you. I've been to I know, just us. I don't need the whole cabal. Cindy, wouldn't it be fun though to just get a nice house with a nice deck and just right, take a have a bus at our disposal, or short bus just to take us around. You know, I think that would be really wild. I know Alan Gentry would be down for it. Ooh, thank you, Teresa. I've hurt my arm so many times working in that orchard. Yeah, Hawaii's good. I lived there for 9 months. I couldn't wait to leave, but it'd be fun to go back. You've never driven a bus in your life, Carrie. I'm sure you've never gotten your hands dirty. If you did, I'd have to check your tribe card. I wouldn't believe that you were in the chosen tribe. Imagine that, the Hawaii meetup. Right. Yeah, Alan be like, I'll be up to it. Oh, calling on Waikiki boy. Kine. Honolulu in the morning with Frank B. Shaner. Kine. Songs of the Islands. Do 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 do. Kali'i Rachel, the wedding song. K Aloha. Oh. Well, I gotta eat. I got all these little dinky ones here. I'm really surprised the cats aren't around. Are you guys surprised? Oh, Hart and Miller Island. We used to go there all the time. I never caught a crab there. That was like a bullshit crabbing area. We used to go to Hart and Miller Island all the time. Had a nice beach. I wonder if it's still decent. Ooh. Yeah, there you go, Teresa. Ooh, 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 ooh. Do, 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 do. Oh, Waikiki. I know Hart and Miller Islands. We used to navigate around Baltimore Light out there. Thomas Point Lights. You had the upper light and you had the lower one. You had to align them perfectly. Wow, you got a condo on Kauai. How about that? Alan, you got it all, man. You're down in Palm Springs. Dude, you're loaded like a Greek. See, it's who you know. Got to be loaded like a Greek. I'm surprised Hurricane Niki didn't hit you there. When I was living there, that was what it was all about. The trouble with the leftover from Hurricane Niki wiped out Princeville, Lahui. That was pretty bad. We had a really tall lighthouse, and then you had a short one, and you navigated by lining them up, by keeping them aligned, it would keep you right in the Baltimore Channel there. Beautiful screw pile lighthouses. You got Thomas Point Light. Hell, Ray, you can see this. You can see that around this neighborhood. Chickens running all around. No, I'm having some noodle soup tonight. Princeville and La Hui. Whatever. Hurricane Aniki did a lot of damage over there. Amazing they not want to ignore with the stream. Yeah, it was good to visit. After 9 months, I was glad to get the hell out of there. Yeah, I'm surprised they still have a keeper on them. But Baltimore Light is a critical one because it keeps people in the channel there. You have the Brewerton channel. I used to do. I have my Coast Guard certification. My Coast Guard auxiliary. I still have my certificate. I still have my 9th grade yearbook. Good old PS 233, man. Oh, PS 233, we love you. Every day we're running for our lives.
Oh, my brain. Hey, Rosie.
Hey, Blackbird.
Oh, those little varnish.
And I was wondering where they were. One of them.
Hold on. Oh, yeah.
What are you doing, Rosie? What you doing? Huh? Lots of Filipinos. They always had a pretty big Filipino population there. At least when I was
Where
there.
did that be no issue? I need John. Calendar.
Who are you talking to?
Because we were riding the bike and the officer, he slowed down right here, and then he went down here. We didn't get no running. We were looking for a female. I don't think there was a female right
You're just looking for a crook.
there. So we kept going, and we were like,
Life in the neighborhood. We got dinky shrimp.
We're not working. We're back to the fire.
Yeah, they have a refinery there. But you had the big three. You had Alexander and Baldwin, and the people hated that. Right, which owns Matson Navigation. You had Dole Corporation, the Campbell Estate. See, Hawaii's unusual because its property is modeled after the on the English system, which the land and the property convey separately. So you can have freehold and you can have leasehold. So it's very unusual. It's unique in the United States, that system. So you can, you can buy a condo cheap, but you have no share in land or anything. So all these big estates bought all the land, and then they charge people a lot of money. Yeah, you must have dropped your babies, didn't you? Where in the hell are they? You just slimmed down about a pound. Yeah, all these estates and the Hawaiians hate them. Yeah, Rosie must have dropped the baby somewhere. Slimmed down a lot. Yeah, I had all the girls sign my yearbook. It was all about Michelle Galindo. Looking for night crawlers. You ever use bloodworms? I used to go flounder fishing in Sinnapuxton Bay in off Ocean City there, and then crabbing under the Route 50 bridge. Good night, Lee.
Hey, Rosie.
Hey, bird.
Oh, have you seen the little varmints running around? Maybe running around.
Not lately.
They're baby varmints.
Huh?
Baby varmints.
They pretty much keep them under cover.
They're right here. Everywhere.
I don't see them.
My brain. I got screwed up. Lobster.
Making noise. Oh man. Ramsey, you're unbelievable, dude. Nobody's ever gonna get one up on you, man. I get me bloody raps. I don't know if Ramsey's ever done a good day's work in his life. I don't know. What you doing, Tiger? Yeah, whatever floats my boat. Ramsey was a big footballer till he got one in the sack. That was the end of it. Lee's gone down to Hart Miller Island, man. That brings back memories. I know, I talked to Lee about Jimmy Woo's the other night. I was looking that up again today. That was from like 1948 to 1984. Something like that. Won't be raining here anytime soon. Yeah, we're saturated enough. We had enough of a winter here to last for 2 years. I'm always glad when the rainy season ends. Man, these little shrimp are miserable. Yes, Naomi, I'm low, but I only use the case ones. I don't buy the. I don't use the bowl ones. And we already had this talk before. Uh, Take the rest of the year off. These little miserable shrimp. Bloody Chowchilla. Don't even mention Chowchilla. That was a true crime story I did down there. The group that the dairy farm elementary school put all the kids in the school bus and kidnapped them. That was a hell of a story. Oh, what the hell is this? All right. Autocorrect. We love you too, Cindy. I feel like finishing this tonight. Oh. Just doing a little bit of cleanup. Right. Another day, another dollar. Yeah, I'm going to call it a night too, guys. So to my moderators, thank you. I've done a little bit of cleanup. So thank you everybody for being here tonight. To all my moderators, have a great one. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please do so.